All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing? Today we have Camille. Just wanted to stop you and pick your brain and see what you've been going through out here. Honestly, where do you see yourself in about 3 to 5 years?
Well, I don't see myself out here.
Okay.
I see myself I really trying to give myself at least 3 months to get out. To at least just stop completely as far as getting high, dealing with the whole lifestyle. I'm just tired of it.
Okay.
It's exhausting.
And it's mentally and physically exhausting.
You have to deal with a lot. It's like it never stops.
Okay. And the women kind of, I guess they get high to get numb so that they won't have to feel anything. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, they got a lot to do with it. So to detach yourself from the situation.
Okay. I hear that a lot, so that's why I brought that up. Are there enough women's facilities, bed spaces for rehab and whatnot in the city?
Well, I mean, not that I know of. It's all. Well, but when people first thing I think about when I heard rehab is Lakeside and all that, and that's more mental, because even though the addiction got a lot to do with it, but they don't. I feel like they don't really address it. They don't really deal with the problem at hand.
And it's a multifaceted problem. It's mental, it's physical, and it's a couple more categories you can throw in there too. So
yeah,
I agree with that. Have you ever been to prison for prostitution?
No.
Okay. And what's your drug of choice these days?
Fentanyl.
And how does that make you feel when you hit it or smoke it or shoot it?
Well, I mean, to be honest, it really makes me. In my mind, I'm thinking it makes me feel good because I already have a lot of medical problems anyway because I've been in car accidents and I got a lot of broken bones from being out here anyway. So.
Wow.
It helps, but I miss the days where I didn't have to even wake up and get high.
To just be regular, normal,
Yeah.
Okay. It's a numbing feeling, or you get happy, or you get sad, or you're calm, or what?
It's more of a numbing feeling. It's more of a numbing feeling, and it's just I don't know. In my mind, it's like I get energy from it. Whereas it would make you nod and kind of go to sleep. It kind of does the reverse thing for me and gives me energy.
Really? Usually I hear about people nodding out. And
I don't get nothing done, but
okay, you're just stuck there in one spot. Okay.
I feel. Well, I would say I feel normal.
Normal. Okay. When did you first try drugs?
I was probably about. I was actually watching Intervention, and I was like, "Man!"
Of all shows,
I know. And then I was like, "I wonder what that's like." And I realized later on that I just had an addictive personality, and that I could have got addicted to anything. And my first time I was watching, and it was an episode where I think they were smoking Oxycontin, and I just so happened to have a bottle. My daddy was staying with me. He had just had a stroke.
Wow.
And so he had a bottle of Oxycontin, and I was like, well, I wonder what happened if I smoke this. And like a fool, here I go. And then smoked the doggone pill, and I was so high, I said, oh, Lord, if I make it through this, I'll never do this again. I think we all done said that, though.
Oh, yeah. So that's what got you rolling, and so it was pills first?
Yeah, okay. It was pills. Went from pills to cocaine to fentanyl.
Okay. And was it powder or the crack? Or?
No, I was smoking crack.
Okay. When the girls get together, if they ever get together, do they talk about safety protocols or bad or dangerous tricks or? Yeah,
they do. Certain ones, you have some people out here though. It's like an unspoken. If you know somebody just ain't no good and it's dangerous, it's like the best thing to do would be to let somebody else be aware. You know what I'm saying? Okay, even if it's not so much, you ain't got to know exactly everything about them, but you can just let them know what kind of car or whatever. Just be looking out for them.
Say, don't get in that car with that guy. Okay. Have you ever been attacked or raped by any of the customers or tricks out here?
No.
Okay.
Thank God.
Very glad to hear that. Yeah. Do you have any regrets or fears in life?
My biggest regret would be getting so deep in my addiction I lost custody of my kids.
Okay, and how long ago was that?
It would, man, it's like 10 years just went
10
by.
years ago. Okay. You don't have any contact with them? Or?
I mean, I can go see them, but my mama, she's real strict. She don't play.
Yeah, okay.
She don't play that.
Right, you gotta come around sober and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I get it. Do you worry about overdosing when you?
Well, I've overdosed 15 times.
Really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
They had to hit you with Narcan to bring you back?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. That's well, that should be, I don't know, wake up call for you to want
It
to
is.
stop.
And it's like now, it's getting to the point where I'm just tired. I don't want to do it no more. Because every day I wake up, I'm just trying to figure out how not to be sick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot.
It gets tiresome. It's just just an ever looping type of thing, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If I could set up a GoFundMe page or Cash App or PayPal link, can the viewers donate to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you need money for? For stuff like rent, food, hygiene?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love to eat.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, okay. And I was going to ask, do you have a good relationship with your kids? But
I do. And because my oldest is 15, my youngest is 4.
Okay.
So I don't sugarcoat nothing with them,
Okay.
but I don't make them too involved in stuff neither.
So they are aware of how you make money or whatnot.
Well, the drug part, then yeah, they are,
Okay.
because they know they don't see me for days. That's one thing, I won't disrespect them like that. I won't go around them high. I won't bring drugs nowhere around them.
You're clean and sober when you come in. Okay. How long have you been out here doing dates for money?
Probably like about 8 years.
8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Curious, how do the customers treat you? Are they mostly easygoing guys, or are they violent or disrespectful?
No, I don't run into nobody that's violent. Me personally, because I got this good discernment. That's what I like to call it. Because if I feel uncomfortable in any way, I'm gone.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
And say, there's no date. Let me out. Let me get out of the car. Get away from this person.
No.
Okay. I haven't heard that word in a long time. Discernment here.
Yeah.
What do you think about the men at your age now versus when you were, I guess, a young teenage girl? And it can be good or bad. It's whatever.
It's a waste of time.
Okay.
It's a waste of time. Like, I'm so over as far as men in relationships at this point. I'm just gonna focus on me. Like, 'cause I can't remember the last time it was about me.
Mm-hmm. And I was gonna ask, so you haven't been in a relationship for a long time to where it was at least 50-50?
It wasn't, it wasn't 50-50 at all. It wasn't healthy at all.
Okay. Have you had any kind of mental health problems or diagnosis?
Well, yeah, bipolar. But I think everybody's a little bipolar.
These days, wow.
Yeah.
Was there any kind of physical or sexual abuse when you were growing up as a little
No.
girl? Okay. How was your childhood?
Well, I didn't really have a childhood.
Can you talk about that, or?
Well, I really didn't do nothing. Like, my dad was real military. He was real strict, so.
Okay. Were you all moving around a lot with the military?
No, he just was never hardly home, and my mom was always at work, so we just really. And then he wanted all boys, so I never had a chance to actually be a child. I don't think.
You had to take on responsibilities quite early.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you from? You're from here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How old are you?
33.
33. Do you have any kind of, I guess, trustworthy friends or anybody you can really go to when things get bad out here? No.
No.
Where are you sleeping at? Are you homeless? Or?
Well, I mean, I have my family. They have money, but like they'll help me out.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, as far as the getting high part, they won't do that. But now if I need them like pay for something, like get a room or something like that, they'll do that.
Okay.
But they won't contribute as far as giving me no money.
Yeah, because they feel like you're gonna take the money.
Yeah. And I understand that because I wouldn't even ask them to do that.
Okay. What emotions do you feel out here on a daily basis? what feeling usually comes over you? Are you happy, sad, you're up, down, angry, depressed, what?
Depressed.
Depressed, okay.
I'm just tired, looking for a way out.
And that will, I think, further exacerbate wanting to reach for the fin so that you can numb yourself. I believe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What are some of the weird things that your customers are into?
It don't be nothing weird.
Just regular sex?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I be wondering like how it is on the other side with like, cause I be hearing some stuff, and I'm like, I don't run into people like this. I guess I'm just lucky.
Maybe it's your discernment.
Yeah, you're right.
What I was gonna ask, what's the strangest thing that you've been asked to do? But you say it's all been just regular.
Yeah, it's just normal.
Did you graduate from high school?
Well, I made it to my 12th grade year, and then I got pregnant.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And I think I had asked you already, when you first hit or smoked or shot dope, how did it make you feel immediately? But that was the Oxycontin. And you said you were pretty high.
I didn't like it the first time.
It was scary because you got up so high.
Yeah, and it was different. I wasn't used to that. It wasn't normal.
Okay. Do the drug dealers treat you with respect, or do they usually ask for dope in exchange for sex?
Oh no, that's one thing I don't play about that.
Okay.
No, I'll pay for what I want. I don't ask them for nothing. If I don't have it, I'll go without.
Okay. No credit, none of that. Okay. Do you think you'll be a granny out here still doing your thing?
Oh no.
Because over time, looks fade and you don't look the same like you used to look. So
yeah.
I always ask that. Have you ever fallen in love with any of your customers?
No.
It's just strictly business.
Yep.
Wow. I've been told that some of the girls have had sex with on-duty police officers. Have you been hearing about that also?
I've heard about it, but I've never. If that opportunity came, I probably would not take it.
You'd be too nervous to.
Yeah, I would. That's scary.
Yeah. I've been hearing about a lot of that around here.
That is real scary because they really could do anything.
That's right.
And get away with it.
What do you need to break your drug addiction? What mental or physical thing do you think you need to just break?
A job.
A job. Okay.
So time is a devil's playground.
Okay. So your free time.
If I had something positive and constructive to do, I wouldn't be out here.
Okay. You can look in the camera for this one if you want to. You don't have to. What do you want the viewers to know about the girls and the women out here that are doing their thing in order to survive?
We're still human. You know, that just because we do have our own way of coping with things doesn't mean that we don't. We all put our pants on one leg at a time. So.
Okay. At what age did you do your first date? Do you remember?
No, that's a good question. I ain't got that. I didn't think like that.
Teens or
early
20s?
No. It was in my early 20s.
Early 20s. Okay. What thoughts were going through your mind? I guess mostly during or after sex.
I'll just get this over with.
To get the money. Okay. And I think I had asked you earlier, do your family and friends know how you earn money?
Well, yeah, they do.
Okay. Here's one. Do you think prostitution should be legalized?
Well, you know that yeah. Why not? I don't see why not.
Okay.
It depends on. I guess it would depend on how you go about doing it.
Okay.
But it should be.
So pay taxes, take weekly screening tests.
It should have stipulations with it though.
Okay.
It shouldn't just be easy, you know. But that's a good that is a good point.
I always ask. So, is there anything else that you wanted to tell the viewers? You know, how dangerous is it out here? We've had some girls in the past that have, been killed.
I just pray. I pray, and sometimes I be walking down the street, and it's like you can feel when something's not right. And I don't like to talk about religion and stuff all the time, but I feel like God with me everywhere I go.
Okay. I would have to say the girls are willing to go into abandoned apartments, go behind buildings.
That's one thing
long,
I don't
dark
do.
alleys, or
It's no. I'm not going. You're not pulling me nowhere. You're not going to take me behind nothing. Not no dog. Not no garbage can. Not nothing that don't look right. If it's not
long dirt road. In
yeah,
the
no,
dark,
that's not okay. That's not okay. Cause why? What's the point of all that? It's like, what's you hiding from? Like, you trying to get us away, or you trying to get me away?
Right,
like,
because the premise is they're looking for a private spot to where you all won't be disturbed. But
and that's actually obvious. But when you're secluded like that, a person right by that, I wonder what they doing.
Right, and they're way down at the end of that street with no lights. Right,
yeah,
it's
like
obvious.
that's you're right.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to stop you and pick your brain and see what you have been going through out here.
Okay.
How was your body after the car wreck? Did you want to talk about that? Or?
Well, I got a plate in my neck, so it broke my C5. Well, they say I wasn't gonna walk again, but I ain't stopped walking since.
Okay.
But I got a rod in my leg. It broke the big bone. What is the tibia?
Yes.
So I broke that bone, and it walking. I did have to learn how to walk all over again.
How long did that take?
It
A couple
took
of years?
months.
A month.
It is. But I was really determined though, so I was like crawling around the house.
Wow. You were ready to get back up on your 2 feet.
Yeah, I couldn't, because I woke up and I didn't know what happened. All I knew is that I didn't know where my kids were.
And you woke up in
the hospital. Wow. 2 weeks later.
Wow. That's crazy. And got all of this stuff.
I had to have. I was on a breathing tube. I believe my brother told them to take me off of it. That's why I'm alive. That's why I'm still here. Because after so long of being on a breathing tube, your body just kind of give up and be dependent on it.
Wow, that's a tough story. Well, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I appreciate you opening up and sharing with me. And we ask that you all like, share, and subscribe, and also comment on the video. I'm in the process of trying to set up some funding for the women out here, and we are trying to set up things to where we can have a drop-in center, a safe place for the women, because they don't have one around here. So I ask that if you all would help me with that. And we are gone. This is Maniac Mo. Bye-bye.